Welcome back. This is Monday lunchtime. There'll be no burials today as thousands of funeral industry employees are downing tools. They're vowing not to collect corpses from both government and private hospitals as well as homes. We're on that story with eNCA's Tshego Moagi. She is in Gauteng, in fact at the Gauteng Hospital in Krugersdorp, just west of Johannesburg. Tshego, good afternoon to you. The first and principal concern, I would imagine, are health risks.
Well, Jeremy, I'm really struggling to hear you there because of the noise that is currently happening here. However, we are now at the Baragwanath Hospital, and a lot of the people that are here are really just raising the same concerns than what we had, concerning what we heard rather at the Gauteng Hospital as well. And as you can see, Jeremy, they are still protesting outside the Baragwanath Hospital here. And what just happened was actually there was a forensic pathology car that actually drove into this area, and they welcomed it, and they said that that particular car can do the work that it needs to do. So they said that they'll be here for quite some time, and they are saying that they are very apologetic to the families that may need to bury their loved ones, or those that need to get their loved ones fetched either from home or from a particular mortuary. But let's just take a listen, Jeremy, to what one of the members had to say.
Our cry to the government is not that difficult. All what we are asking the government is allow us to have the club storage, allow us to outsource the storage facility. And all what we are asking for is government give us the land as the funeral undertakers. We'll develop the land and we build our club storage so that we can get what you are crying for, the COC, the certificate of competency, so that we can operate. But now our government is not listening to us. That's why we have decided to shut down for the next coming 3 days. Unfortunately, we are crying with our families and our clients, but at this stage, we have to do what we have to do, and we are advising the community and the public at large to call the forensic so that they can go and pick up the bodies at home. So there is a plan in place to say, even if we're down in tools, but the government must take their duties, because it is the duty of the government to go and pick up the bodies from home. But we are doing them a favor to go and pick up the bodies at home. So it's now time they do what they're supposed to do.
What about the institutions themselves then, Tshego? Are they coping?
Well, Jeremy, it does seem like they are coping at this stage. These particular undertakers are, or the funeral parlours that are protesting today, these are the smaller funeral parlours. So there are the bigger institutions that have decided that they're not going to partake in this particular strike action and this particular shutdown. So then the hospitals would then be calling those particular undertakers. But we also understand that with the institutions, the hospitals in themselves, they actually have mortuaries. So the government, the forensic labs, and they would then be the ones to come and fetch the various bodies and move them to the government mortuary. And this then is different from what would actually be happening with these kind of funeral parlours being the ones that we called to actually get the bodies and the corpses away from the hospitals and into the various mortuaries. So at this stage, it does seem like institutions are continuing, and it's business as usual.
3 days is one thing, but if this were to continue for longer, should it become indefinite, it would pose all sorts of difficulties. So where does this process stand now in terms of discussion, negotiation?
Well, Jeremy, as far as we understand, beyond this 3-day strike on Thursday, they are hoping to have a conversation with government about their demands and just really get an understanding from government what the way forward would then be. So that is what they're hoping for, that there could be a meeting on Thursday. This is what they are being told, but nothing confirmed as yet.
All right, for the moment, we'll leave it there. Tshego Moagi, thank you very much.